Welcome back to Greatest's Let's Play Modded Minecraft series. Last episode we finished up with at least tier 4 of Blood Magic, at least with the altars, with our altar over there. And as you can see, if I right click, 1 million life points. And it doesn't really matter if I, let's say I switch the Green Grove on. It's not going down. And it wouldn't go down even if I was stood in the middle of all of these plants either. Those witches keep it nice and popped up. So we've got that. But this episode, what I want to do at least first is to kind of upgrade some things. I've just been mining. I've got a sorted inventory full of all kinds of stuff, and these bags help. Don't get me wrong. But in fact, let's just get rid of most of that stuff. Gravel and I should just put it in my processing chest. Excuse me. Which is fine. You know, that works, but it's not great. If I'm down there mining and I want to empty my inventory and just keep going, I can't. So a couple of upgrades first, I think I'm going to make. Yes, so let's start with ender chests. Probably should have heard them before. I'm going to need to clear up some space even now. Let me just get rid of, I don't know, some of this, and we'll get rid of the rest shortly. So you want some wool, some obsidian, blaze powder, blaze rods, some ender pearls. Yeah, let's just see if we can make some. So ender chest, and this isn't the Minecraft version, it's the ender storage version. We need some chests and this kind of stuff, so let's make a few chests as well. And I am going to actually make 3 ender chests. I'll tell you why in a minute. And as for where I'm going to store them, well, first of all, I want to colour them, so let's just pop them down somewhere. Ender chests work in a way that, I'm not sure if this is going to be obvious, but essentially each colour corresponds to, if you think of it like a channel, and because you've got 16 colours per each of these swatches on top, you can create a unique colour combination. Whenever you open that inventory, it's basically the same inventory as any other ender chest with the same colour combination. So if I right click, you see all 3 open. They're all 3 of them are set to white. But if we go to plants, and let's say, do I have any plants? Okay, so if I just get, just gonna need 1 more of those. In fact, let's just use them all, because I'm gonna need that. So I've got rose red. So if I go and do this, red, white, white, if I open this one, nothing happens. If I open these, they open. So we can use these to link places remotely, and that's pretty damn cool. Let's start off, however, by, we need to make something else. What I want to do is link to this one specifically. But I don't want to link another ender chest to it, I want to link an ender pouch. So some leather, some blaze powder, again, ender pearls, technology, no, I want mob drops. And is that enough? Do I need? So 1, but I need more blaze powder for 2. Okay, so to link to one of these, I think you can just shift right click. Yes, correct. And if I open it over here, you'll see it opens. That's very, very useful. And to use that, what I'm going to do is, first of all, grab you, pop downstairs, and where's my Yeta wrench? you'll see I've just put a little adjunct here. And this is in the same kind of area that comes from our processing chest up there. So if you like, this is an alternate processing chest. And I'm probably going to need to put another thing to cover this up. But we want extract, always active. So now, if I want to send anything for processing, I'm way down in the mine somewhere, what I should be able to do is just grab my ender pouch, open it, and drop in pretty much anything I want to. And the system is going to go and do that. Now, I don't know whether there's a way to do this. By all means, guys, if you're watching this, or girls, you know a way to do this kind of thing where everything gets filtered into a backpack, but it also has the functionality of an ender pouch, so it goes straight into the processing system. That would be amazing. In fact, I doubt forestry has anything like that. An ender backpack of some kind, maybe. Does not look like it. No, it's a shame. So yeah, if there was any way to do that, I would be more than happy to do that instead. So sometimes I end up giving up on these backpacks because I have the ender pouch that just, yeah, I can fill up my inventory, send it all in there, fill up my inventory, etc. The second ender pouch is for something quite different. If I, instead of putting 1 on there, I put 2 on there, and I open it, and then link. In fact, now I want it to be more identifiable than that. Have I got any? Really? 1 down the line? Okay, well this is a good opportunity to show you this, the Horn of the Wild. You make it using Botania, and it's a pretty simple recipe to make. Dark, but we'll see. The idea of the Horn of the Wild is it breaks grass and all kinds of flowers around you. So if you're looking for something, and it won't break Britannia stuff, I don't think. Let's see. If you're looking for specific, in this case like dandelions or roses, poppies, that kind of thing, it'll just break everything in a wide area. So, oh, that's a creeper. Ah! Well, that new armor is really working. Unfortunately, when all of the actual flowers are either the new Mystcraft flowers or the Botania flowers, finding some default stuff, Minecraft stuff, is a bit harder. Yeah, we can use the Botania stuff as dye as well. So I think may have told you about the Jade Amaranthus, but it makes flowers when you supply it with mana. So if not, it's fine. I actually want some yellow. Can I use that as dye? Go away. I can get it to die. I just need a pestle and mortar. So have that around. No, I've created one of them. Yeah, maybe it's out here again. Yeah, it is. And if I can mix those. Cool. I use orange. You can use whatever colour you like here, but I just want it to be identifiable in my inventory. So if I do this, if I shift right click, you see they all go orange here. And this is for tools. Now, something that you may be struggling with if you're following along, or if you have your own kind of thing, is that the more mods you start to use, the more you end up with these tools that just pile up. So, for example, Horn of the Wild, the Dagger of Sacrifice. Oh, I don't know. You may want a chest and a bucket, and your Master Blood Orb and the Thermometer, and you want to keep that in your inventory, maybe. But yeah, yet a wrench I want to keep here, but I may want to keep one of these with me, certainly. So if I just open it, I can just keep them in a separate tools. And if I ever die and happen to lose this for some odd reason, I haven't lost all of my tools. So it's a very useful thing for stuff like lumber axe. I've got it here, and the hoe and the chisel. Yeah, all of those I just want to drop in here. I can get to them wherever I am. So that sounds... Oh, seeds don't go in there. That sounds like a pretty good thing, doesn't it? Let me know if you know any improvements on that for tools. You could, create a backpack of some kind, but it doesn't help when you actually potentially could lose it. Hopefully I'm not going to because of the grave system, but, let me know. So, that's the first thing. The second thing is travelling around. I did mention this at the end of the last episode, but I want to make some travel anchors. And these are really cool, but use up diamonds, and that's going to be ender pearls as well. And it's going to be 1 diamond per, and looks like an ender pearl per as well. But that's fine. Let's make a bunch of this actually. So 4. We just drop this in an alloy smelter. And that's going to make those pulsating ingots. These pulsating iron, which you can then split down. And while that's happening, I just want a few diamonds. Oh, in fact, actually, while I'm here, I can now get rid of this this stuff. I can either put it straight into, in fact, just while I'm here, I'll put it in here. But if I was off mining, I wouldn't do that. I'd obviously use the new pouch. So the diggers one is handy to consume stuff, but the other one probably isn't. So let's just get rid of that one in there for now. Cool. So we got diamond. I just need this, which should have cooked up. Because of this, I should upgrade this again actually. I probably can. It's not too difficult now. So for pulsating crystals, now we just need some conduit binder and iron. So it's going to be like 16 iron and do we have any conduit binder? Yeah, we do. We have lots. Now, I also want to make something else. Do I have enough for it though? I don't. I was also going to make elevators, but they need wool, so I may have to go and grab a few sheep between the episodes. But yeah, you make those, and I'm going to replace this block between the episodes and that water block with elevators, and you stand on them, press shift, and you'll go up and down. They're very, very useful. Similar kind of thing happens with this travel anchor, but it works a little bit differently. So if I can drop, that would work. Not exactly a full block, so give it a try anyway. We can put the other one. Put the other one here, just as a test. This is, by the way. In fact, that's not the best place for it. I want. Do it here, really. Easy access to the nether. you stand on it and look at the other one and press jump, yeah, you see it's obstructed. So you can't have covers partially covering it, something like that. So let's just move that a little bit. And prefer to put it in corners really, but well, that'll do for now. So if I stand on it and look, you'll see it appears magnified. Stand off, stand on, press up, and I teleport. And similarly, we can do this same kind of thing to head out to other places. So I can head over here towards my pyramid. The main problem is that these have a range, and I'm not sure what the range is, so let's see if we can get anywhere near it. Let's put something down here. Nope, you see we're out of range. Even this far, where it's too far for these things. So, okay, let's see how close we can get. Will here do? Nope. So yeah, getting over there is actually going to be fairly hard. Obviously, I can just build a network of these things, but not so convinced. I may have to use the Mystcraft books, and there's a way to do that with the same dimension stuff. So let's just see if I can show you that instead. So we don't want to keep traveling around. We don't need to. And no fall damage anymore. Very good. Right, so Mystcraft. You've already seen it, and we can go over here now. You've already seen us create these pages with ink, and I need to go and make some more ink, in fact. But we can also make modifications to that. So I'm going to have to move that. That's the wrong place in that corner. We need some bottles again. There we go. And some of the ink. Do I have any more? I did. Oh, maybe not. Well, this is going to be a really short demonstration. There we go, one ink vial. You're going to need a lot more than this, by the way, so off camera I will go and get some more. But if we put this ink vial in, if we just pull this out, it's just going to give us a default link panel page every time. But if you drop other stuff into the ink, you have a chance of it creating a different kind of ink. Now the green stuff is the one we want in this case, the red stuff is the wrong one. What's happening here is it's just a random chance. If we get the stuff we want, it's going to let us teleport in the same dimension in the overworld. If we get the red stuff, it's going to drop all of our items when we do so. So you don't really want the red stuff. That's why you're going to need to go through quite a bit of ink to do this. So that's just neither. It'll tell you on the description here if you get either. So what I'm going to do is go and kill some squids, unless I've got more ink around somewhere. I don't. Surprised I don't. Really am. No, apparently not. Okay, so I'll go and kill more squid, and I'll be back in a second. So let's give this 3 more goes, because that's when I run out of stacks of ender pearl. By the way, you don't need to use a full stack, you can use just one, but the problem is if you do that, you get very little chance, as you can see by central display, of getting either of those two effects. So, because I've been to the end now, I just put a full stack in. You can use half stacks if you wanted to. Nope. Oh, I should have put another stack in. There we go. Now that's the wrong thing. We don't want disarm, but we do want intralinking. So I'm going to have to go and kill more Endermen and keep making more and more ink until I get 2 interlinking pages. Then all we're going to do is create a book that goes between our blood magic place and here. So let's just get rid of you. Yeah, try this one more time, I guess. Of course, 1 doesn't actually help us, but why not? Well, let's just try it with 2 half stacks and we get 2 attempts. That's 1. Well, there we go. We're lucky enough. No, of course we're not. So, do I have just 1 more stack? In fact, why am I doing that now? I've got a travel anchor. Mob drops. Yeah, I do. Alright, let's give this another half stack. Disarm only. Well, come on. I mean, more squid killing at this rate. Ah! Interlinking. See, not so hard. But the rest, we definitely don't want these pages ever. You can't really remove the effects. I don't mind keeping the link panel pages. Why not? Because we might want some more interdimensional stuff. For the rest, we just want the usual, which is a couple of pieces of leather. And we want some book stands. Don't think I have any spare, but they're really simple to make. So 1, 2, 4 of those. So two book stands, and we're going to link one of these here. Then we need to go over to our pyramid. Don't have to worry about bat form now that we've got this regeneration going. But I do need to worry about lighting this place. Wow. Yeah. Of course, the Well of Suffering will kill anything that spawns in here, so if you don't want to light it, not too much of a big deal. But yeah, I'd rather just keep the witches happy. There they are. There's only 3, and yeah, even that has given me a full 1,000,000 LP. So that's all well and good. So I want the other interlinking book. And the main thing I'm choosing not to get anything spawn is creepers. I'm not sure if this will actually just make them explode, and I'd rather not have that happen. So I can either put my book down there or up here. I'll put it down here. So I just want my book linked. And that's my, yeah, so I want a book stand here. Got this book on it. And I'm just going to put a book stand down here with this on it. Now I can go backwards and forwards. So that's travelling really. We've got travel anchors, elevators, which I don't have enough wool for yet, and Mystcraft. And with all three of those, yeah, we've got travel pretty much sorted, at least around our base, which is getting much, much larger as time goes on. I've also put that ritual of unbinding down. Just note that it's 11 by 11, which is quite large. This is 9 by 9, and they definitely don't fit inside each other, unlike some other rituals. So, yeah, if you look at this 1 2 1 2, that's a blue. 1 2 1 2, that's not. So, yeah, definitely don't fit inside each other. So you'll need some room for those. Now, although we've sorted out some extended travelling options around our base, I do actually want some other things to just at least start in this episode. We're about 25-minute point now, so there's not much more time in this episode. But I do want to complete this helm, and I've put the other ingredients into it. They're gone. They're in there already. But they need, or at least I need, to have the Thaumcraft visibility in there. And for that, I'm going to get my Thaumcraft, and by the way, I should show you how to make those. In fact, let me show you how to make everything. We want the iron wand first, so just take a couple of pieces of iron and a stick. Already got. Make some iron nuggets. Make 2 hat shapes and you get 2 iron caps. Put those at either end and put a stick between them and you end up with a iron capped wand. It's a very low capacity. No, I haven't charged this one up either. So you take 3 books and some more wood. And you make a bookshelf. Drop the bookshelf on the floor. Right click it with a wand and you end up with a Thaumcraft. Now I've just got an extra one just because I want it in my tool ender pouch. Again, just like the wand, I want one back here, which I've already made. But on my travels I can use this out there. Now, once I've got this, in here are many, many, many nodes, and we'll get onto this when we come to Thaumcraft. Do be aware of these ones. The ones with the purple cloud around them are the warp, or the ones that will give you warp. Warp is a detrimental effect. There are ways of getting rid of it very slowly, I believe, but it's pretty much permanent otherwise. So bear that in mind. If we go across the Artifice tab, there's a few things we're going to need to make. We need to make Goggles of Revealing, and that's the item that goes in that helm. But as you can see, you need scribing tools and paper to get this research note. So I'm going to make some scribing tools. I don't think we need those particular ones just yet. Normal scribing tools we can start off with, and that's our black dye, feather, and a glass file. That's some clay and glass. Fine. Building materials. I really hope I have clay. It's in here. By the way, if you're looking at the lighting, seeing the lighting being differently, I've removed the magic one and put these painted blocks in from the painting machine, just using glowstone, which is quite useful. So let's make a file, and we want feathers. Of course, I don't have any in here. My feathers. Are out here. 256 stacks of them now. Yeah. That chicken farm is going to keep me supplied with food and all kinds of stuff for forever, pretty much. Feathers. Okay. So that's going to make some scribing tools and some paper, it said. So Thaumcraft. I now have a research note. Where is it? Ah, there it is. The problem with this is I can't really do anything with it. Nope. Seems useless. Why? Well, because we need to make a table first. Oh, at least multiple tables. So let's make some more planks. And from memory, tables are something like that. So I'm going to want my magical room or Thaumcraft room down here. And for the moment, I'm going to put room is going to be slightly off. Never mind. I will put them. Wow, that's going to really annoy me. Yeah, that really is going to annoy me. Let's just put them against the wall for now. So 1, 2, and it's one space away from the wall. You'll see why shortly, or soon. And then I want one. No, not there. Oh. I'll put it there. So if I grab my wand, which I've put away again, of course, which is typical. Right click this, it turns into a work table, which is pretty much the crafting grid for the arcane work table, the crafting grid for Thaumcraft. And similarly, if I shift click with these on here, it turns into a research table. Of course, it would be the wrong way around. Yeah. But if I put the research notes in here, you'll see that I now have this grid, if you like, that I must solve. Problem with that is that I don't know what these are yet, and that's because you need to first scan the item. In this case, these over here are some of the things I've already scanned. I need to go out and scan some more, but I think I'm out. I think some of them I actually need to research. Will you do it? The thermometer didn't used to do this, but it now does. If I go outside for a second. And let's say I just grab some of you. Seeds are some of the next things that you generally scan. So if I scan those, it's going to say, at the bottom right, to understand this, you need to study the sources of life. And that's giving you a clue to the actual particular type of... I forget what the name of them is. It's not Essentia. Aspects, yes. Been a while. These are called aspects. Essentia is similar, but yeah, we'll get onto that later. Some of this you can scan, some you need to research here. So to do this, you click on two things you want to research, and together, if you look at the bottom right, I've discovered one of the actual items. So now if I turn around and I throw this to be scanned, I can now scan it, and I've discovered herba. So as you can see, some of it you discover in here fairly randomly. There are guides on the internet if you do want to know how to do this. Some not. But the idea is, to get these goggles, I'm first going to need to scan enough stuff to be able to see this on this chart. And I'm not going to do that on camera because it's now about the end of the episode. So between the episodes, I'm going to go and scan all of that stuff, and then I'm going to start the next episode with, first of all, creating this helm, and then showing you some more things from Thaumcraft. Is there any particular targets, I wonder, straight away? Well, one of the more important ones is to do research straight away, and unfortunately that's going to appear at some point. And node tapping we're definitely going to want as well, because otherwise you do damage. Yeah, so plenty of stuff to do, I think. By the way, one last thing, if you don't like this game, you can instead set your configs to make it in easy mode, and the easy mode still takes some of these aspects away from you. You see the numbers, it will remove some of those like a cost. Some of the, even in hard mode, some of the ones in this grid are like that already. I think they're hexagonal. May not have any unlocked to start with. Now you see these? It's got a recipe instead of having a just saying, you know, you have to get scribing tools. It has ingredients underneath, and if you have those ingredients in your aspect list, which is here, then you can just directly buy them. You don't have to do the puzzle. But what happens is if you turn it to easy mode, the puzzles go away and everything turns into that buy mechanic. So you still have to actually get aspects somehow, but not as it's not as hard to actually get through the game to do that. So one really final thing is just to make sure you make some. Oh, whoops! It's really good that I raided that library because one thing you should definitely always do, and this is very similar to enchanting, is surround your research table with bookshelves. And there's other things you can surround it with as well. But the idea with bookshelves, is that those will recharge the primal aspects, at least at first, if you've run out. So, you know, you just have to keep them around. You see how it's odd with this room, but you have to keep them around and it will recharge some of those aspects. So that's episode 13 of Greatest Let's Play Modded Minecraft series. If you'd like to subscribe, leave a like or leave a comment. I'd be more than happy to reply. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next episode with some more Thaumcraft and starting out properly, I think, in Thaumcraft with some extra stuff. We've already got pretty much better armor than Thaumcraft, but there's lots of other things you can make. Alright, thanks for watching.